Welcome to another episode of Thoughts of an Average Joe podcast. It is Troy Jackson, man, your favorite average Joe. Hey, man. Y'all see the man. Y'all see the living legend, the myth, the legend, the silent sniper.
Well, I ain't been on this in so long.
Somebody's son.
Yep. We back.
What's going on, man?
Chilling, bro. Can't call
man.
it. Another day. Another day, another struggle, my man.
Feel that, man. How's life, bro?
It's all right. It's all right. As a famous philosopher once said, his name is Big X the Plug. I'm doing good. Not doing great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking shit day by day. There's a lot of shit coming up. Like I got to get a new car.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm about to be done with my payments, and I refuse to. I'm about to be done with my lease payment, so I refuse to like buy the car because it was a buy here, pay here car.
Mm-hmm.
Back to school, about to start. So
Mm-hmm.
back to school shopping. So that's more money. Job ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's less money. So, I'm biding my time, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm biding my time day by day.
I feel that.
Hoping just randomly some shit happens. I just really be hoping, like, one day I just follow behind a fucking,
Like a semi-truck?
like a Brinks truck or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
and a bunch of money falls out, or,
A city truck hit you?
nah, I'm not gonna go that extreme. I would never go that fucking extreme. Not gonna lie, I did park under the tree where the little thing is at.
Hoping and praying.
Some really strong winds that happen to tip over, you know what I mean? And it hits my shit, and I just want to act like I'm gonna run out there and sit in the car and act like I happen to be in the car when it happened. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I need some catastrophic shit to happen, but I need some catastrophic shit to happen like with a lowercase c. Not
Gotcha.
like a capital C.
With a lowercase.
Lowercase C.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a, I'm a betting man, but I'm not a betting man, so I don't play the lotto or no shit like that.
I feel that.
But I just need something to happen, bro. Where I can just get like a. I was thinking about this because I just be thinking about random shit. I just need like literally. I can honestly say this. Like I really honestly feel this way. I really honestly just need $100,000, bro.
Get into a car accident.
Like, no, I'm saying injury free. I just need $100,000, bro. Cause I really like, you know how they be
that's gonna be the quickest way for you to get outside of winning the lottery. Get into an accident. If you get hit by
you know how they be like, or Diddy said it, or Biggie, whoever, more money, more problems.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, that's for y'all niggas who got a lot of money.
No, for real.
I just need to pay off. I'm a proponent of real deal. Like, I really feel like if I just pay off all my debt, I'll be good in life, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully,
I feel that.
pay off all my debt. Probably take out a nice little hefty loan. Not take out a loan, but with the rest of the money, give it to fucking Warren so we get this food truck shit going. Right off into the fucking sunset.
I feel that.
And then from there we up. We get us a little studio space, get this shit up and popping. Let's go from there.
I feel that.
Something that's gonna create the money.
Yeah.
How you been?
I've been all right, bro. Got an interview coming up for a job I really want. I feel like if I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself because if I get this job, this will open up the door for me in regards to the stability that I want and giving me the freedom to still work on my business without having to sacrifice time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'll give me the opportunity to where, like, I don't have to work 2 full-time jobs. I could work a part-time job if I really want to.
Okay.
It'll give me the financial flexibility that I'm really looking for. So I didn't think I was going to get the interview to begin with, and now that I got it, I want to nail it.
Okay.
So I can, if I get this job, because I'm telling you right now, and I told everybody this. Like, I don't be going to work sometimes, but it's because the jobs don't pay me well.
If anybody know about that, you know it's me.
When the jobs pay me well, man, I be at work all the time.
I feel like I only go to work when I'm bored, which is crazy to think. When I'm bored, I'll go to work. I'll be good hoe at work. But if I'm not bored and I feel like I got some shit to do, I'm not gonna go to work because I feel like I can get that same amount of money.
True.
Doing something else and then go do whatever the fuck else I need to do.
But with this job, with this job, if I get it, I'm definitely gonna I'm gonna be at work, and I feel like if I get this job by 30, if I get this job and I'm still there by 37, which I plan to be, I'll be ready to start a family.
Okay.
Because I would have proven to myself, you found the stability that you're looking for. That's really what's holding back the stability and the financial stability that you're looking for. Now I'm saying that that can't change.
Right.
But for what my requirements, what I need to be able to start a family, I would be able to do that.
Gotcha.
So today, right, we're talking about we're going to do it's part 3 of the Paycheck to Paycheck series, The Silent Struggle. This one is titled Love Cost 2, Dating While Broke.
Yeah. Hey man, don't I know it?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, especially, right, because I ain't gonna keep you too long, because we've been potting all day. We've been on a good little run. The pressure to perform financially from a guy is crazy. Like you just showed in the clip. Like you just said in the clip. Like, they mad because we ain't get them turkey burgers. Like, bitch, I work as a janitor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work, like, as a, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much pressure on men to perform financially when dating these women who, like, I'm a big opponent of, I'm not going to do for you what you don't do for me.
You're not gonna do for them what they won't do for you.
Correct.
Okay.
Like, if you're saying, like, you require X, Y, and Z, then cool. I require X, I require of this. And if you're not going to do, like, I'm not about to pour myself into you if you're not pouring yourself back into me. Like,
I don't go into, I think, and maybe it's a flaw of mine. Maybe it's a dating flaw. I don't know. But I don't really ever go, or to the best of my memory, I've never really went into a dating situation or talking to a young lady and I talk about my financial requirements.
No, I'm not.
Or her financial requirements.
I'm not even talking about like financial requirements, but I'm saying, like, if you expect, like, I'm not.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I don't go into it with like, hey, if I do this, I expect you to do this of me. Like, I just go into it. I go into it, not to say that you don't or other guys don't, but I go into it of sound mind and pure heart, like with the hopes and the belief that in me doing this for you, you look to reciprocate that same energy back to me.
True. My heart do be pure, but it's like, once I see that you're not reciprocating, I'm not sticking around for this.
Okay.
Because I've already been through that. Like,
right.
Like when they be like, oh yeah, I hate when women be like, oh, if he fuck with you, he always gonna make sure he's straight and send you money. I can fuck with you, but I ain't sending you no bread. I ain't got no bread to send. I'm trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm trying to make sure that I can get in a better position, so therefore I can take care of what I need to take care of. So therefore, if you need the help, I can help. But to sit there and be like, oh, well, you can't help me, ain't no reason. Like, if you asking me for money, you can't even help yourself.
This is something that I'm not gonna say this is something that I'm just now learning, because I've been new it. But I feel like that's something that I struggle with. And I don't struggle with it because I don't know the principles of it. I struggle with it because once I start to do it, it's hard for me to pull back from doing it. And I'm like, and that's me being very honest and transparent with myself. Like, it's really hard for me to stop. I don't want to say supporting somebody financially, but it's really hard for me to not want to assist in that department, to be completely honest.
Like, I get shamed a lot, well, when I was single, for saying I can't afford that. And it's like, because I'm not, like...
And I don't say that.
Because there's a lot of people...
And I can't. A lot of times I can't, and I don't speak up in saying that, and I try to find, like, contingencies to be able to afford that. Yeah, when I don't actually have the ability to... Or let me rephrase that. I make contingencies to be able to afford it when I can't comfortably afford it.
Yeah,
I can afford it, but it comes at a little bit more of an expense that I really in the moment I'm like, I probably should have done that.
I used to do that. I no longer do that. Like if you asking me for help
Right.
is going to put me in a tighter situation, I can't afford it.
So
I,
I still struggle with that.
And I
honest.
used to be like you. Like I used to be like, well, damn, I need to make this car payment, but you said you need this, so I'll just do Lyft and figure it out, and just give you this money because you need it. Nah, fuck that. Because at the end of the day, 9 out of 10, I can't rely on you. If I need something,
Right.
oh, I ain't got it. Like, no, it's not a one way street here. Like, no, like, oh, I got X, Y, and Z. That's okay. We all live with our decisions that we made. You decided to have X, Y, and Z kids.
Right.
That's not you know what I'm saying, a fall on me. And I just feel like in this society, in this generation, it's like, women are expected to look the part, men are expected to pay. And therefore it's like, oh, they be like, oh, you ain't making 100K, you broke, or if you can't do X, Y, and Z, you broke X, Y, and Z. But it's like y'all want all this stuff, but y'all not even buying it yourselves to afford it. So can you really afford the shit that you want? If you can't afford the shit that you want, why the fuck are you asking me to pay for it? There are
You don't ever feel like that's a test, bro. To be, and this is just me being like completely honest. This is also me asking myself this question because I think that's why I do it, and maybe it's a sick, twisted thought process in me thinking that way. But I always think of it as like for the young women I've dated and tried to date and chase after, that I have like this I have this complex about myself, and I know this about myself, and it's like I love it, but I hate it. It's kind of like a hero pay complex, where it's like I know I'm willing to help the female or whoever I'm interested in, with the hopes and with the expectation and with the thought process of maybe this is the one that gets me over the hump for them to see, okay, this nigga really fuck with me, so maybe I should lock in with him. And maybe that's a twisted way to think about shit, but that I don't like. That's just something that I've always struggled with.
I used to be like that.
Completely honest with you, bro.
And here's the reason why I stopped doing that, because like we said on Graphic Tees, you're essentially leading with money.
Yeah.
And now,
yes, well, okay. And so yes, and I say yes and no to that, but I understand. The context in which. And
now, like I'm saying, like if you do if it's a real thin line, because if you do something for a woman, right? Let's just say you do something for 3 straight times for a woman when you really didn't have it and they know it. Now, when you tell them no, it's like, why not? You was able to do it all.
Because
it becomes
what you're saying.
It becomes an expectation instead of an appreciated gesture. Right. Now it's an expectation.
I remember I've had a conversation with somebody, and it's been the logic around. I gave you part of my last, while they gave you just some shit they could throw away. And it's like the thought process of, damn, bitch, does that not count for it? Does that not count for something to you? That, damn, like, this nigga gave me, like, you asked for $20 and all I had was 25. I gave you $20. You asked for $20 and this nigga gave you fucking, well, I give you a real life example, right? Somebody asked me was in a hole with some shit, whatever they was dealing with, dealing with whatever they was dealing with. Hey, I'm trying to get X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, all right. I'll help you find. I'm one of the people that, if I can't do it myself, I'll help you find a way to, get it done or whatever. So person was doing whatever they was doing or whatever. Hit them. Oh, no, I'm still. All right. Literally in my account, I think I might have had like $40, bro. Shot them 25. Right? Mind you, this might have been like a half a week before I got paid. Other person that they dealing with or whoever they dealt with or whatever situation is, they telling me, oh, they got it, but they got other shit that's coming up that they want to take care of. And it's like, damn, like you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm literally letting you know this is what's up with me, and I'm giving you my last to push you forward. And this person can do that for you, and they choose not to do it, but yet they're still getting the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
shit.
Because
But to what you're saying, it becomes an expectation. It's kind of like, all right.
Because and I had to learn from some experience. Once a woman knows that you will try to move heaven and earth, I really feel like that's when, especially like a struggling woman, that's when the appreciation stops. Because it's like, yeah, I want him. I can fuck with him. Like, I like this guy. But this guy set a boundary to where, like, hey, listen, if I'm tight, I ain't going to be able to give it to you. But, I can keep Ty or I can keep Teroy in my back pocket because I know they're going to give it to me if absolutely needed, no matter if they're going to be late on the rent. They'll figure it out to make sure that I got it. I'm not that type of nigga no more. If it's going to inconvenience me, you got to figure it out. Because you're like it's not like you would do the same for me.
Right.
It's only if I got some shit to spare and I feel sorry for you, like I'll do it. Right. When is the right time when you're talking to somebody to talk about your financial situation?
Like I said, I'm a proponent of just like whenever it comes up. I'm not a spearhead type of person when it comes to that conversation, because it's just one of those things where like the one chick I was talking to, or we wasn't even talking. We went on 2 dates or whatever.
The one with the towel,
huh?
The one with the towel who came back to your place. The thick one.
Nah, the
one
I went to the soccer game.
I really thought really was hoping you ended up with her.
So went to the soccer game with Shorty or whatever. Is what it is. And we went to where we ate at, right? And we kind of had a deep conversation, but we didn't have a deep conversation. But some of it was like, not financially driven, but you can kind of have conversations with financial undertones. And you can kind of see, like, you know what I mean? And I could tell, like, the type of dude she's may have dated in the past or talked to in the past. Like, I could tell they kind of might have had some bread on them and shit like that. And, I don't have bread like that. Like, when I got it, I got it. When I don't got it, I don't got it. But at the same time, if I'm fucking with somebody, if I'm really fucking with you, I'm gonna move heaven and earth to make shit shake and make the best out of any situation that I'm in. But as far as to the question, like, I don't necessarily go out or start the conversation up about that. Like, if it come up, it come up. If it don't, it don't. It's just, to me, it's one of those things. And it sounds childish in an adult conversation, but if you don't bring it up, I'm not going to address it.
True.
Truthfully speaking,
I feel like
and I'm not one of them people to go out, and I'm not one. I don't know. I'm not one of the people to go out to count somebody's pocket.
True.
Like, I can always tell what's in a person's pocket, female wise, when you start to ask me for certain shit, and then it becomes more clear. Like, okay, so this is kind of the area financially that you're in. This is the bracket that you're kind of in, because you're asking me for certain shit, or you're not appreciating certain shit that I do that I think is high value monetarily, but you may be like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
I feel like there is a lot of, I feel like in this generation, I could be wrong, there is a lot more women who have requirements, those type of requirements, because they're trying to date their way out of a financial status instead of, I feel like the women who have money necessarily date for love more than the women who don't. Because the women who have money, from what I've seen, like, yes, it would be nice if their man made X, Y, and Z, but they're much more willing to be patient than a struggling woman. A struggling woman ain't really trying to be patient. Because if, from my experience, if a woman who doesn't necessarily need your money, you still do for her, but it's less pressure. See, you know she's not really gonna come to you to be like, hey, like, I need you to pay a bill, because she has that. Her main focus is how can we make sure you're straight and she really fucks with you.
I think a lot of women these days, and this might be my average Joe hot take. I think a lot of women these days, they date for love, or they're out for love, but they date for the digits and not the dick.
Okay, I can get with that. I can get with that.
While before, a lot of women, it was like, oh, if he, you know what I mean, like if he got it, if he's slinging it, I can deal with that. I can just compensate elsewhere. Nowadays, I think a lot of women have wised up to saying, yeah, I could just get, I can get that shit on the side. I can get some dick on the side. If you ain't got the bread for me, I'm not.
So then, does dating? So if you're broke, does that mean you're undateable then in this society?
I don't think I don't think it's that you're undateable. I think it just makes it harder to. I don't think you're undateable. I think it makes it harder to date in the traditional sense.
So here's what I think the sweet spot is. The sweet spot.
Because the tradition in the traditional sense, right, is we're long gone of the whole, dinner and a movie type shit. We're now in my opinion, the era of, lunch or brunch and trips. Like that's dating now.
Yeah, no, because
I feel like that's where dating is shifted now. Like
I can do the brunch,
but we can go to brunch and we can take trips together or breakfast and trips, whatever. However, but trips have to be involved. Versus before, it was just dinner and a date, or dinner and a movie type shit, or dinner in an activity type shit. Now, like dinner and an activity is like like it's still bare fucking minimum, but it's like below barrel of bare minimum.
Well, that's where I'm at,
Like
because
bare minimum now is like, in dating, in my opinion, is, oh, are we gonna go do this for an entire weekend type shit.
Like I don't subscribe. I won't say I don't subscribe to that, but that's not like I don't feel comfortable taking somebody I hardly know on a trip on a weekend somewhere. Like I need to get to know.
I wouldn't say on a trip, but it's like the time frame of how quick that happens.
And that's
like
that's my issue.
Like if we start talking August 1st, right? I personally feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, that by mid-September, if we ain't, attempted to take no trip nowhere, then it's kind of like, then what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, that's where I disagree. I feel like,
or if it's like we're not doing something every single weekend, then it's like, what the fuck?
I guess I have a different approach because I've been in long distance so much. Like
Right.
I'm more keen on building the actual foundation of the
So am I.
the relationship.
But I just think nowadays it's like, if we're not doing something every week, then a lot of women don't want to be in it. Because it's like a lot of women don't want to. A lot of women don't subscribe, in my opinion, to the whole. I feel like a lot of women claim this. Oh, let's go do a picnic. Let's go have an ice cream day. Let's go do.
But then when you do that,
But then when you
damn,
do
broke,
it,
nigga?
it's like, it's like I don't want to say it's an embarrassment, but it's like it's a audacity thing. Like, how dare you actually try this shit with me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I listed this on my top 5 places to go on a date, but how dare you actually try to do this with me in the same place that we're at? Yeah, let's go do this out of town, type shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I feel like it's an audacity type of thing, bro.
I feel like you really know. I feel like as a man, right? This is my opinion. I feel like if you're on the fence, right, about your girl, like you may think she's the, like you love her, you may think she's the one, but you don't know for sure because you haven't really been tested. I think that money situation happens where like you lose a job, or she gets a promotion, or she's making more to you now, or the money is low for both of y'all, will determine if that's your wife or not. Like how she handles that situation.
Okay.
Because if I'm down and all of a sudden you like I can't be with you because you down, or you're belittling me because I lost my job and I'm doing everything to try to get another one, whatever the case is, you're not my person.
Okay.
Because if you were my person, you would be like, okay, how can we come together to make sure that A, we get you back on your feet, and B, we start stacking our bread together as a unit so we can start moving. I feel like most women in a relationship, they keep saying they want to move as a unit, but yet they want the man to move as a unit while they move separately with their money, and that's unrealistic.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I feel like most women in this generation, where they get in a relationship It's the man's job to plan and provide and all of that. So therefore, he's got to have a game plan of how we're going to save money. Meanwhile, basically, he may work two jobs, or he may work a job. Yeah, he may work two jobs to put money away for us. And meanwhile, I'm just over here worrying about my bills, not worrying about our future.
I feel like it's a 50-50 statement. Like, I can see what you're saying, but I don't know if that's a majority of females.
Like, I don't know. I've realized I can't. I think the sweet spot is, like I said, either getting a woman who has money and is willing and sees what you're doing and has seen some progress in what you're trying to do and willing to be patient and helps elevate you get to that next tax bracket, or you date a woman who's on the same financial level as you, because now y'all both have a common goal to reach. Because you can't call me broke. We both make the same amount of money, baby. We both got the same amount of bills. So we always don't go out. Because bitch, we both don't make no money. We both are broke. If we both
but in dating, so I guess in dating, what is your definition of being broke? What is your, if you had to define dating broke?
There's been times where
what do you define?
There has been times where I have been in a relationship and I have had $10 to my name to the next paycheck, and I had to go another week. There are times where women have held me down,
and you chose to date. Are you okay? So when you say dating broke, are you talking in the sense of like
I'm talking about
actually going on dates, or are you saying like you're talking to somebody while you're fucking broke in your date? Okay,
both.
Okay.
Like, I've been in relationships where it's like I've been down.
I feel like if you're talking to somebody, it's inevitable that at some point you're gonna fucking be down on your luck.
Yeah, and that's gonna decide whether or not that's your person or not. Because that's really, like, women say a lot of good shit when the shit is sweet, but when it's time for them to really chip in, that's how you really see what type of woman you got.
Okay.
Because there's some women that be like, refuse to be like, no, I'm not chipping in. You knew this going into it, but yeah, like,
but that's a real statement though. But that's a real statement. But on the inverse, that's a statement that guys can also say, but they get looked at a certain way. That's
the issue, because niggas,
it's like if you come to me and you like this and this, and I'm like, well, you knew the type of lifestyle I would not provide when you first met me. So you knew how I was. You knew I was quote unquote broke. You knew I had other priorities before we started dating, and that's something that drew you in because you thought, hey, this person is on their shit. They all about doing this. But now that you're actually in it and you see how involved I actually am in keeping the main thing, you don't like that. Mm-hmm. So it can be flipped.
Yeah, it could be flipped. I just feel like there's a lot of women hold men to standards that men need to hold women to, but they just don't, because women get women
get away with it.
Women get away with it. And whenever, like, I get called, like, broke because I hold women to the same standards they hold me to, and they be like, oh, well, you're not a real man. You're not a provider, because why would you hold me to the same standards? You want to be chased. I don't want to be chased. I just want the same reciprocation in all aspects of what I give for you. So if you're down on my luck and I step up to make sure you're good, when the roles are reversed, and if you have it, I expect that. I'm not saying if you don't have it, you don't have it.
Right.
But if you got it and I'm like, damn, I'm down on my luck, and you can't even hold me down for a few weeks so I get back on my feet, like, yeah, no. Like, I will leave a girl over that. I've done it before.
Okay.
You know I've done it before. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm not, like, I refuse to do that. I agree with you. I feel like you can date creatively while broke. It's just that you have to shift the focus from money to intention. But I feel like just because you broke don't mean like you're lazy or boring.
I mean, the intention should always be there.
Correct.
Even if the money is.
You have to shift the focus toward a woman understands that.
Yes.
Because I don't think, like, with men, we always, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. I mean, it's like a double-edged sword to what you're saying about, you know, if you go into it with the understanding, you go into it with the conversation of like, you know, like, I'm really fucking with you. I'm really trying to fuck with you. I don't have the actual monetary value that you may be looking for, but I do have the hustle and the drive to get us to where we need to get. Now the ball is in your court whether or not you want to deal with me on that front.
I will give women this. If you are dating a woman who is financially comfortable and you're not there, I feel like if you come with a plan,
I don't know.
If you come with a plan,
depends what the plan looks like.
Yeah, if you
that's
come
with anything.
If you come with a plan, if y'all come up with a plan, you start to execute that plan. Then yeah, still be patient. But if you come up with a plan and you don't execute, then it's like, all right, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? You got to if y'all come up with a plan together, you have is once you come up with a plan as a man, you have to execute. You cannot execute. You can't not execute the plan, especially if you're dating with a woman that's in higher tax bracket. You got to execute because they got to have some type of progress. Otherwise, it's like you're getting left behind because she's going to continue to elevate, and she's not meaning you got to get to where she's at, but you got to at least continue to elevate.
I've always been under the. Not the notion, but I've always been of the school of what does, or not what does, how slow is progression? It sounds like a crazy way to ask that question, but for people, and for in this term, in this conversation, women who, or men also, who look to date, who are broke and date based off of that brokenness potential, right? And it's to what you just said, you got to have a plan, you got to be able to progress. How slow is progress? Like when you really think about that, because what one person's 10% looks like progress. That may be the next person's 2%.
Well, that's why you got to have a realistic conversation. So, like, okay. All right.
Because what you may be seeing, what you be like, oh, yeah, I'm not seeing the difference. I'm not, and I'm just generalizing here. Oh, I don't think you doing, and it's like, no, I'm doing it. I'm not. I may not be doing it at the speed you may think I should be doing this, or what you expect or what you're used to. But that progress is still there.
Yeah, if you're coming out with a plan with a woman, it's got to have clear cut goals. Like, okay, so let's say, like, all right, so let's say you with a chick and she make more, and she's like, listen, like, I believe in you, and in 2 years, I would like for you to be here, or at least making progress towards here. So let's say y'all set clear defined goals, right? You have 5 goals. Within 2 years, you got to at least have 3 of those 5 accomplished.
Right.
If not, it's a wrap.
Okay.
If you do, cool, because she's saying he's making the proper steps. Like I'm saying, like.
So I don't know if that really counts. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know if that really counts as progress to me, though. Because
if y'all come up with a plan and you do 5.
Because I feel like that's like a checkpoint type of deal.
It's like, a checkpoint like progress because, yeah, like if you're creating a plan, you're setting goals.
Yeah, but my only thing with that is, like, if I'm knocking shit off a checklist, right? I'm just knocking it off for the checklist. I'm not knocking. And this is just me personally speaking. I'm knocking it off for the checklist to say I've done it and I got it out the way. What's to say that you don't relapse on that? That's my thing. Because
so I'm talking to things like
because in my opinion, when you progress, it's a consistency that has to come with that progress. And not just I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's a word in the dictionary I'm looking for. But it's a consistency that comes with progress versus I don't really feel like it's a consistency when it comes to like just checking boxes.
It depends, because like
it definitely does depend though. Yeah, that's just my that's how I envision it.
It depends, because like if like so let's say for example, right? Let's say let's take now versus when I was Brit, right? When I was with Brit, obviously I wanted an apartment, I wanted a car. Right. Those were the 2 main things. It didn't happen then.
But you were making progress towards it.
Yes. But it wasn't, if it would have like, she needed to see it done for that to be considered
progress.
So
that's what I'm saying. So that's a checkpoint for her.
And if that would have happened, then who knows what would have, you know what I'm saying? Who knows that would have, who knows what. They could be seeing you do progress towards it, but it need for you know, a woman where it's got to be
I agree. Off. But that's why I make that statement, because it's like to the example that you just used, right? I feel like she wanted to see you check that box when you were still making progress towards that. Like, it wasn't like you was just at your people's house just twiddling your fucking thumbs. Like, you was going on these contracts, you were going working these jobs, and it's like, that's me making progress. It may not be the progress that you think in your heart of hearts what you would be doing, because everybody has a plan and how they would execute the plan differently if they were, you know what I mean? People be like, oh, if I was you, I would have did this and this and this and this. Like, that's all well and cool, but the progress that I felt like I need to make, I made it.
True.
I may not hit the checkpoints that you would have chose to hit, but that's not the progression chart that I chose to follow.
So I got a few more points, so we'll wrap it up. I feel like, especially in this generation, it is a lot more pressure on men to be providers. I don't really feel like it was a lot of pressure in our parents' generation,
right?
Because they were the only ones working, they had no choice. And also, it was the financial economy was a lot more livable.
Right.
Like, I feel like now it's a lot more pressure because I feel like these women want the same expectations, but in a harder economy. Like, you want to sit at home and want me to pay for everything in an economy to where they ain't even paying shit.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like there's no level setting right now.
There isn't.
There's no.
It's either a provider or you not. Are you gonna pay my bills or are you not?
When I say that, I don't mean it from that. I mean it from, like, I feel like back then it was you either gonna be a provider or you're not gonna be a provider. But it was a lot of level setting back then, of where it's like, okay, cool, I understand why you can't be the provider that I'm expecting you to be, because this, and this. Nowadays, I feel like it's like, because it's such a easily accessible, like, monetary generation with, oh, you can start streaming, you can start doing this, you can start all these side hustles, and you do this side, and it's like there's no leeway of like everything that's not done the way that I feel like a lot of women see it is, it's deemed an excuse. And it's like there's no level setting of like, hey, like, okay, I see you making this progress and I understand what you're saying, but to how you started the episode, like, yeah, I seen such and such get this car on Instagram or on Facebook, and I would like the same thing, but I know you working on a teacher salary.
But then also, like,
I know you only doing this. So do I expect this right now? No, I don't. Is this something I would like to aspire for you to be able to get me? Of course.
Yeah, it ain't a lot of that.
So
it ain't a lot of that at all. Yeah, and I think really people need to ask themselves these questions. Are you really ready for love, or are you dating because you need help? Because the women that are dating for love, they don't, I feel like the women that are dating for love, they're more patient because they don't need help. If you need help, you're not really trying to be patient because you need help.
Right.
You need help.
Are you dating to get out of shit, or are you dating to build shit? Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you looking for a help meet, or are you looking for somebody to help?
And I feel
you?
like the women that be like, oh, men are natural providers, they're looking for help me's.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that.
Like, I can only go off of, because the last 3 women I've dated have made more than me.
Right.
And I've seen how they treated me, as opposed to the women that either we were on the same tax bracket, or I made a little more than, or we're in the same tax bracket, but I work 2 jobs, so I make, more. But just because I work 2 jobs don't mean that I have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, you work this, I need this, I need that. Like, damn, every time I turn around, like, you need help with the Wi-Fi bill and the light bill. Like, God damn, what the fuck you be doing with your money?
Yeah.
Because I got my own shit to worry about. And then on top of that, your rent ain't even what I pay in my rent. So how do you need help and I'm paying doubling than what?
I mean, you
you
said it earlier. Like, if I know I can get somebody to help me, then I can keep mine all to myself.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, I only date women that make more than me. Now, what I will do this, I will work an extra job to try to get close to where they're at, or even a part-time job to at least supplement my income, so I could try to at least do some of the stuff that they would like to do. But I also tell them like, hey, I'm trying to get to this level. I would like to get to this level with you, but it's going to take time. And I'm not going to be able to do the shit that you want to do, like go on these trips and all like that, because I see the bigger picture. I could go on these trips, but then when you be asking me, oh, you know, why don't you never got money for X, Y, Z? Because I just spent it on that trip. The trip that is a drop in the bucket for you, and you want me to go on, it's a year worth of planning for me.
True.
It's easy for you, but that's a year worth of planning for me.
It was this guy or whatever it was, quote, guy, girl, whoever it was. I heard this one time, and it was like, when you think about buying shit, think about it in terms of like how much you make per hour and how many hours of work it would take to get that. So when you think about it, it's kind of like, when you think about in turn, I just using a perfect example, rent, right? Me hitting my rent is legit me working 80 hours of work. Like me working 80 hours of my life away equates to me paying rent.
I feel that.
So a lot of times and that's just on my traditional job. That's not me doing any side hustle shit. That's just me going to work, coming home, me going home, coming back to work. But a lot of times, that's the context I got to put a lot of shit in of like, you know, when I go to pay this bill or when I want to go buy something, it's like, is this worth 10 hours of my life from work?
Okay, I respect that. I actually like that viewpoint.
Like, that's how I've started to have to think about shit. Like, realistically, like, it's like, that's where I was at before. And I think that's what helped me become, not to say I was ever materialistic, but like, that's what helped me not be as much of a consumer as I used to be.
True.
And now, even with my ability to date broke or not date broke or whatever it is, like, that's how I have to kind of think about it. Like, even when I went to the soccer game or when I took old girl to the restaurant, in my head I was like, damn, when I take this chick here, I have to rework these hours to make up for that. Is this shit worth it?
True.
And maybe that's a broke mindset. Maybe it's a mindset shift. And that's truly what dating broke means, is the mindset that you're in while you date. But that's kind of like my logic behind it now and attempting to date.
So, I feel that. All right, man, where can they find you at?
I'm off social media except for Facebook. Eventually, I don't know. Eventually, I want to come back to Instagram, come back to TikTok. I mean, I re-downloaded it just to like clear notifications, because obviously I get the shit. I get my emails and shit like that to assure people that I'm not dead and gone and no shit like that. But I honestly, like, I'm not gonna say I'm not at peace, but I'm at peace not being on social media, bro. Like, I've done this. I realistically, like, Facebook shows you your memories. I do this like around the same time every year.
Yeah.
And I'm like almost at this point where it's like, I really honestly don't care about social media no more.
True.
Bro. So it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm really on Facebook only for flag football.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the same way. Like, I'm on these platforms, I mean, outside of Twitter,
right, because
of the podcast and shit.
So as far as a podcast goes, like, Socially Thoughtful, you can hear old episodes. Somebody's Son, we're dropping back in September.
I seen that episode for Socially Thoughtful we did back in May that I never edited, so I guess it'll be one soon. September
and February, that's when you'll always hear Somebody's Son, and then when the new product drops, you'll hear us on the new product.
Yeah. Y'all know you can find me, man, Average Shake TPC. That's the podcast, Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube, the Average Social Media LLC. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to the plan is to have my 300th episode by, I think my 300th episode will be January 1st, if I plan it right. Either that or it will be like that last week in December. and I want to do something good for it. And then I'll probably will take a break after my anniversary in February, and then I'll probably be gone for a little while. But I'll still be dropping like regular shit on YouTube to build that up. I just want to drop. It would just be just YouTube strictly only content until I come back for the next season. Same thing with Baby Daddy Chronicles. Baby Daddy Chronicles, I'm probably ending in September, the season, and I probably won't. I'll still drop like shit for YouTube, but not for the podcast to kind of build my YouTube up. I probably won't come back if I drop in September. I'll probably not come back from Baby Daddy Chronicles till like January.
Okay.
Especially with me having. So you got to think about it. I have Average Joe, Baby Daddy Chronicles, Juice and Joe is becoming more of a almost instead of a quarterly, more of like a weekly thing now. But how we do it is we just record in bunches, so it's not the same. You got Graphic Tees and you got the Tailgate Talk. That's 5 major podcasts I got. So I want to be able to focus, especially for the Tailgate Talk, because that's the one I'm about to pour the most into, because I feel like that's when I could get us out the ghetto. Because people like sports,
right?
And we're funny, and you add sports into it. If that could get me, you, Warren, Shannon, Juice out the ghetto, I'm here for it. So that's what I'm about to pour my focus into, and Graphic Tees as well, because we've had some funny episodes, and I feel like that's about to be a hit. I think Juice and Joe can be a hit as well. I think for us it needs to be a hit because we're funny, but it needs to be shown on camera.
Okay,
funny hits.
I can agree with that.
Funny hits different on camera.
It definitely does.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like that because I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like me if Juice was here, I really felt like it would be the Juice Show with a cup of tea show, and that we given the right breaks, I feel like we could rival 85 South, because I feel like we're just as funny than motherfuckers.
Okay.
Like I really believe that shit.
Okay.
We are just as funny as them. We just don't have a platform.
Okay.
I really feel like we are just as funny as them niggas. We just don't have a platform. All it needs to take is we get lucky and go on their show one time, and our shit blow up just like they shit blow up. That's all it is. But yeah, shit's gonna come together. We'll figure it out, man. Thank y'all for rocking, supporting, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. All the links gonna be in the description below. To subscribe to the podcast and social media, everything like that. It's your favorite average show, man. Peace.